Hi everybody, welcome to Tech Israel Academy. In the last video, we talked about getting started of Bootstrap, that is getting to know what Bootstrap is all about, having to start it on your laptop, on your device to know how it works. And in this aspect, we are doing Bootstrap 5 grid. Let's move to the next part, which says Bootstrap 5 grid system. Bootstrap's grid system is built with Flexbox and allows up to 12 columns across the pages. In the last video, I was trying to explain something like this. If you don't want to use all the 12 columns individually, you can group the columns together to create wider columns. So we have normal column that will span up to 12. This is column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, for the span. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 columns. That is for the 12. But if you also want it in 3 places, you can have the width to be in column span 4, 4, 4, in 3, in 4, 4, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 4 times 3, 12. You can have them in 3 places. I think this is an example and a mistake. And you can also have it in 8 and 6 span. You can have it 6 span, which is 6 and 6 span, which is 12. Okay, yes, this is where I get it. So we have this 4 to this 4. This makes up to 12 span. You can have 4 and 8 span together, which makes up to 12 span. You can have 3 spans in 4 places, which makes up to 12 span. And you can also have 6 span and 6 spans, which makes up to 12 span. And you can have the full 12 span on its own. So the grid system is responsive and the columns will rearrange automatically depending on the screen size. Make sure that the sum, everything just make sure everything adds up to 12 or fewer. It is not required that you use all the 12 available columns. It is not required. So let's move to the next part. So it says CSS, grid CSS class. The Bootstrap 5 grid system has 6 classes. We have the .co, that is extra small device. Any screen width that is lesser than 576 pixels is extra small. Then we have the small device. Any screen width equal to or greater than 576 pixels, that is small device like our phones. We have medium device, that is any screen width that is equal or greater than 768 pixels. Then we have large devices. This is for our TV screens. The medium devices is for our tablet. Then large screen, which is equal or greater than 922 pixels, is considered large. XL, anything larger, if you have a larger screen, that is if the width is equal to or greater than 1200 pixels, and if we have the largest screen, that is screen that is equal to or greater than 140 pixels. So they said these classes above can be combined to create more dynamic and flexible layouts. Each class scale up. So if you want to set the same width for SM and MD, you only need to specify the SM. You don't need to specify the MD. Let's move to the next part. We have the basic structure of a Bootstrap 5 grid. We have an example. So the following is a basic structure of a Bootstrap 5 grid. So it says the first example in this code. So you create a row. Then inside the row, then you add a desired number of columns that you want to add. Tags with appropriate code like these classes. The first star represents the responsiveness, that is SMMD, LG, XL, or XSL. While the second star represents a number which will add up to 12 for each row. Second example, instead of adding a number to each code, let Bootstrap undo the layout to create equal width columns. So we have this example 1 and example 2. So it gives it 50% width to each column, while 3 columns is 33.3% width to each columns. Then for 4 columns is 25, 25, 25. You know, everything must still add up to 100%. So, and etc. You can also use code to make sure all the SM, LD, and so to make the column responsive. Below, we have collected some example. So let's walk around this example just to see how it goes. So first in this aspect, we have a div. Inside this div, we have a class we have a class, which will be row A. And inside class row, we have a class div dot div col. Oh. So we have a col, and inside this col, we would have it like this. Probably we want it in SM. Oh, what's wrong? Probably we want it in SM, then we want it in 4. Yes, so this. So we can have this in 3 places. Now let's duplicate this. 1. Oh. Oh, something's wrong here. I would remove 1. So it came out of the div. Ctrl X. Yes, so this is it, or Shift F. So this is our first example. And as well, we can have another example. Let's create another div with the class row. Then outside of it, we would have another div, which will be, in this place, it will be col. It will be col. After the div, we would have col and div class equals to col. So let's Bootstrap undo this one. You don't even need to put anything, and let's just duplicate it in 4 places. 1, 2, 3. Yes, so this is it. Now let's give it a value. First example, okay. First example as well. First example. Then as well, first example. Then in this space, we can have second example indicated. Second example. Oh, example. Then we would also come here. We can have second example, and we can have second example and second example. Okay, so now I would say let's create another one. Let's bring it down. And let's just create 2. And let's remove this. Let's give it MD. Instead of SM, we'll give it MD. MD6. I hope you remember what this 6 is. MD6. So this is all for what we just want to do. Now let's check it out. Let's see how everything would turn out. So now, as you can see, the one with the MD, both of them, we have 6, 6, which spans up to 12. So can you see, this is 1 and this is 1. 6, 6, it split it into 2. So it gave this part the 6 and gave this other part the 6. So can you see the first format that we use? It still split them into 3, part 1, part 2, and part 3. And the other example that we made this of 2, it followed it part 1, part 2, part 3. So that was what they were trying to say in this aspect, that we can make use of 2 examples. It's not compulsory we make use of 1. You can follow this format in which you can add the size that you want, maybe MD, SL, large, or anything. And you can also follow this format. That is, you allow Bootstrap automatically take up what you want it to do for you. Let's move to the next part. So we have the 3 equal columns. That is, the following example shows how to create 3 equal width columns on all devices and screen width. We did an example on this. You create a row, then you create column. So that was what we did in this place. This is the example they are talking about. You create a col and you create colon. Okay, so let's move to the next part, which says responsive CSS colon. That is this one. You can have it in 3 in 4 places. 3 times 4 will also give us 12. So the following example shows how to create 4 equal width columns, starting at tablets and scaling to extra large desktops or mobile phones or screen that are lesser than 576 pixel wide. The column will automatically stack on top of each other. I hope you understand everything I've taught you so far. Thank you for watching this video. Please do well to follow us across all socials at Tech Academy. See you next time. Bye.